Welcome guys, my name is Sam McCurchin.
I'm Eddie Taslakian.
We're FSU and we have a special guest with us today.
I don't need any introduction.
Yeah, he's multiple hats, JJP, Shelter Homes, Gold Landscapers.
I don't like to brag, but yeah, I've been doing this for about 12 years. Built close to like 200 single family homes, just like this one, but a lot nicer. We're gonna go through the tour. I'm excited to see you guys jumping into something like this, your first try. Didn't even think maybe I'll make a mistake. So many people are fearful of the steps that it takes to accomplish something like this. Seriously, a round of applause and congratulations.
And I will say we've watched a lot of his channel. It's that 2-minute clip or that 10-second clip that'll save you like 2 weeks of headache trying to figure something out.
But you have to watch all 15 minutes to get the 2 seconds.
Yeah, that is the caveat.
Like you
don't know what you need
minutes.
until you get it. So you guys want to jump inside and you can start tearing
Let's
us
go
apart?
check it out. So I mean, I'll tell you right off the bat, you got some bubbling paint.
Well, you're gonna have to tell us why
Okay.
that's happening because we fixed
you've
that
got-
like 6 times.
You got multiple steps here. Look at this.
Well, you're
At a
supposed to walk
playground.
down here, Jason.
This is a hazard, right? Multiple locations. I would have planted something higher
I
to
agree
not
with
allow for the spacing to happen, and just leave it open.
We had a little bit of an elevation issue because we didn't understand what elevation was.
I would say grading is one of our biggest issues that we had here. The amount of times we've had to grade, regrade.
I don't
get
even
it.
want to tell you how many times we graded this. Let me ask you, on those bubbles, they've sanded it down and redid it. We actually bought fascia board, which they charge us a lot more per linear foot.
So I use hardy backer. That will eliminate the wood from expanding and contrasting, and also creating any follicles that might allow the paint to
Separate
bubble up
bubble.
from it.
Painted
Honestly,
this 3
there's
times.
nothing you can do except for pop it, sand it, repaint it, and hope that it sticks. And thankfully, you guys did a remodel, so you don't have as much of a warranty issue on that as a product. So
You know, one of the things that we've kind of taken onto ourselves, like you said, cost-effective way to fix it. We have lost so much money fixing it. Not maybe the most cost-effective way, because if we mess up, I take that as my college tuition.
I always say I've paid for Harvard, but never got to walk the halls. So,
We didn't even get inside yet. Let's
Yeah.
get
didn't
inside.
get
It's
inside.
really hot.
So we're in the house. I know there's some stuff that we've walked past, but I kind of want to give you guys the immediate reaction. When you walk in through the front door, let's move past this whole front area and let's get into the big bang. You walk into the big open space of the kitchen, the dining room, the family room. This is the big view. This is what we all really want to see.
We tried to make a great room, call it. That was kind of the look we were going for.
You're not just like walking into the home, you're pulled into this space. You don't want to stop at the hallway. You don't want to stop at the wine room. You're literally pulled into this kitchen. You have the dining room, you have the family room. I feel like the dining room's a little washed out. Maybe we could have done something to present
Make
that
it
a little
pop.
bit better, because you kind of miss it. All you have is that
You know
light
what's funny?
fixture.
What you said is during the open houses, I was actually here, and a lot of the buyers would come in. They
90% of the people are walking right in.
and they'd
They're not
say,
stopping.
"Where's the 4th bedroom?" And be like, "Oh, there's a." So you're complete. I honestly didn't realize that till you just said it. That's
Well,
coolest.
I'm a genius. So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean-
You've been doing this a little bit longer.
The design of the home was done correctly. Where you pulled right in here, you see the house the way it's supposed to be presented. You want someone to walk in here and go, I can see all 3 of my kids absolutely making me cry being over there. And then, I can be all the way over there privately all by myself. You got a beautiful view of the pool. You got that barbecue pretty much right on center. There's something that's pulling people further and further out. You can almost walk past this and go, huh, what's going on outside? I love that this house literally is, it's what I would call a shotgun house. Put a shotgun at the front door and you can hit the backyard, right? So you can see everything that's happening through the home. And like that is enticing. It leads you all the way through and you can literally get to see everything that you want to see. You block the pool equipment so no one can see that. You put a nice barbecue, a nice fridge, nice sink. You redid the pool and made this look a lot more inviting.
We were definitely concerned about the pool being too close to the house because our foundation guys, I think, moved this back about 1.5 to 2 feet. That made us very concerning, especially when we didn't have these steps and the grade was much lower. It seemed like you're jumping into the pool, but I'm kind of glad how everything landed out. And that wasn't even a comment that a single person made about the pool being too close to the house.
I'm gonna admit to something. Remodeling a house is a lot harder than building a new construction home.
I agree with you.
There's a large amount of passion that goes into doing remodels. You get hit with obstacles. The elevation here, this, that going on, all these details that have to be figured out. You're kind of either forced to either make a horrible decision or you're faced with an obstacle of how do I make this work? In new construction, if I don't like the elevation, the house goes lower, the pool goes higher. You know, I can do whatever I want to do, right? I'm not confined by what's existing. I'll tell you from my experience on the remodels that I've done, they've been a lot more fun because you are confined by constraints and you have to work within those to create something beautiful and appealing and exciting. On new construction, there's a little bit more manufactured elements to it. You set the foundation where you want your backyard to be. If you're dealing with a massive property that has multiple elevations, maybe you're doing a lot more grading or you're doing retaining walls to adjust and fix things as you can. Overall, the house looks great. Let's see some really cool details. I want to see your top 3 favorite details of this house.
Oh, you walked past the first one. The reason I really like this wine wall, so the initial thought process of putting this wine wall here was you walk in, and even though this line is straight, it's glass, so you open up your view. So you have that kind of cone shape to pull you in, like you said. When we were doing this wine wall, I had already had the mind that I wanted something floating like this, and I wanted to steal what you do on your steps and recess it in so it looks like it's just running through it. So we recessed this in. I had tried to purchase this wine rack, and it was about $1,000 each, and that was not in budget. So I went to the local metal shop, $300 for both of them. I saved a lot of money, and I can truly say that this is custom and no other person has this in their home because it was custom made. What's one of your favorite things?
I don't know. I think I really like the accent walls in those bedrooms, to be honest with you.
You guys want to jump there real quick and look at it?
I'm not gonna lie, that's a very, very weak favorite, but, but I'll take it.
For the master for the bedrooms, the accent walls, he just went full out like we're doing this, and I was like, Eddie, this is a little bit too much. He's like, no, we need to do it.
Let's spend more money.
These are definitely really cool pieces. Now my favorite. I'll agree with myself in saying this is a lame thing to say, but I really, 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 really like the floor plan. Feeling the size of this home, coming in and making this feel like it's 1,000 square feet bigger just because of this design is 100% my favorite thing. And I think it's the one thing that draws me into the house is this design of the floor plan. There's really cool features. I mean, like I love the amount of LED lighting that you guys put in the house. The wall paneling detail is really cool. I would have done more.
But you also sell your houses for double to triple the price of this.
Fair. Fair. If I went back 12 years and looked at the first house I built, I had help.
Yeah.
I was going through this process with someone there to teach me. I don't think I would have gotten half as much done if it was just me 12 years ago.
We're not sweating because it's hot. We're sweating from all the work that we put in over the years. It's just like the residual.
I gotta say, your story about this wine rack reminded me of a story. I started out working labor, and then I started working for a developer who taught me the ropes. We eventually became partners. We built a company that was doing about 30 houses at a time. That's basically when I knew that the partnership wasn't gonna work anymore. I had to go out and do it on my own because I was like, going crazy. So when I go back to the beginning, I was doing a lot of the work. You know, I would sit there with the flooring guys and bring the flooring in and help them nail it in, and we were doing work together. I remember if a tile broke, I was the one fixing the tile. I was the one patching the grout. I was the one doing inspections. I was the one, I built out closets, multiple closets. I would do anything and everything just because I enjoyed the work. When we got to this ramped up stage where we were doing so much work, I was basically not even involved.
Yeah, you can't be.
You know, I was just the face, you know? I couldn't do anything. I was just showing up, saying hi to everybody. How's it going? Yep, you're good, cool. Yeah, you have any questions? No, yeah, you do? Okay, let's go look at it. Let's go deal with that. Whatever it was that needed to be dealt with, I was on to the next project. I was hitting like 8 to 10 projects a day. I lost the personal touch. So when a house would sell, I mean, I wouldn't even meet the buyers.
Wow.
I would just be like, sold? Cool. Yeah, where's the check? It became so robotic to me. It wasn't a personal thing. When you really think about, in this product, what we're selling, when you lose touch with this whole thing, like if realtors didn't love real estate anymore or whatever, it would be so hard to sell. And when you're in this field, you get desensitized to $1 because you're spending so much money. You become desensitized to the amount of money you're spending. You spent $625,000.
I've never seen that amount of money in my life.
Right? You're gonna sell this house for over $1 million. So you become desensitized to the amount of money that is. But when you realize you're like, oh, like if I wanted to go buy a house for $1 million something, it's a lot of money. What do you mean I gotta spend this much on a mortgage? And you become desensitized to the whole process. So once you can like rehumanize yourself with the process and remember that for the person buying the home, it's an absolute experience, and that like they need to fall in love with it the same way you're already in love with it.
I was checking a couple days ago, when we sell this house, we are going to be the most expensive home sold in North Hollywood ever.
Single family.
Single family. That's not a good thing as an investor. Don't do that. It's very not smart. But it just ended up happening that way because we make some stupid decisions that pay off.
Congratulations to it, both of you.
Now we're going to jump to Jason's house, which
So
may not be as nice, or you said nicer. I don't remember.
Oh, we didn't even see like the
We'll
master
see what it
bedroom.
looks like to have an amateur build versus a pro build, and we'll really get the idea of what the differences are. What makes the difference between one person versus the other, and those details are going to be small. I promise you. When you look at those details, they're going to be small. And
Not the price tag. The price tag will be high on
the
those.
price tag is going to be much bigger. But you'll see those details and you'll go, okay, now I get it. Now I know why the price versus this product versus that product and what makes those big differences. So it'll be a really cool learning experience for all of you guys.
Zip code probably has a lot to do with it.
Make sure you guys subscribe to JJP's channel. We're going to include all that info, Instagram, everything. I'm telling you, you're going to get a lot of information if you enjoy this process, building homes, whatever, even if it's your personal home, you're going to get a lot of information from there. Subscribe to us, thumbs up. We're going to have multiple videos about this entire process.
Definitely.
Let's jump into a tour of this house, and then we'll see you guys at Jason's house.
And of course, if you have any questions, what do?
Leave them in the comments down below.
We'll see you there.